Capricorns, welcome into your monthly intuitive tarot reading. This is for the month of June. So welcome in. We have the summer solstice here in June in the north, and in the south we have the winter solstice. So this is a very magical, energetic time. So definitely as we swap seasons, this is really a time, and these are the new routines and the new things we should start tapping in. Tapping into the solstice energy, tapping in to really start honoring the season we were in, and, you know, bringing in, activating the new energy of the new season. And for some reason, I have been getting this strong feeling for this solstice to really tap in, celebrate, especially with others, connecting with others, and that's a new important thing just moving forward. We need to start coming together as in groups and community and soul tribes in whatever, and right, the more energy we bring together, the stronger and the better. So yes, it's great, obviously, to tap in, do meditations, do activations, transmissions, or just like sending your energy out to try and shift, right, the matrix, and to continue to help build the new earth. And we're like in the energies, and we're really starting to build it. But the more you can do it together with others, that's obviously more potent. And even though it doesn't appear that things are changing, it can kind of appear that things are actually getting worse in the external world. What I've been getting as far as information coming in, intuitively channeling, is that it's actually, we need to not, and this was important through the whole year, but it continues to be more imperative that we don't take truth based on what we're seeing in the external world, okay? Things aren't as they appear. And even though sometimes it appears that things are getting worse, it actually, the chaos is actually bringing things to the surface and helping us to shift the energies. All right, Capricorns, let's see here for June for you guys, tapping into your collective energy. This applies to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node Capricorns here. If you're looking for additional support through your expansion, through your growth, take a look at my books. I have 2 books that I've authored. They are around creating your heaven on earth. They are available on Amazon, linked below in my description. And then also my Etsy shop, where I do hand make bracelets. Right now I only have bracelets, but they're energy tools. I do energy work with the stones, and they are available to support and help you. They are already energetically activated, charged, and cleansed. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. So I'll pull some oracle first. We got the Foggy Bog Patience card and the Foxglove Listen. So there's something about slowing down in June. There's a need to slow down and start listening more, because I do feel like a lot of our gifts and abilities are really continuing to heighten, continuing to evolve, and, progress. And I'm getting that your guides or past ancestors are continuously trying to speak with you, to send you messages. And this is a time to start really taking the time to practice. Sit, tune in, clear your mind, and just see what comes in for you. Also, foxglove for you is kind of a special flower for June. So having foxglove around you, or, it's going to bring some energy for you. Then we have the Wood Nymph Beauty card and Sylph Creation. So we have 2 feminine energies here, I feel, on these cards. So there is a strong divine feminine energy coming up. I feel this is an important month for you to channel and to try and to lean more on your feminine energy, practice. Feminine energy is the receptive energy. The feminine is in harmony, receives the energy from the masculine. So there is something here about getting out of the doingness, being too stuck in the physical world on work and routines and doing. It does kind of, or I shouldn't say it kind of does, it does create exhaustion and disharmony internally, especially if you are feminine. So there's an imperative piece for feminines to really create harmony in their feminine side, and this would be for feminines who lean too much on their masculine energy. Same thing for masculines. Maybe this is a month for you to also look at, am I too strong on the masculine, and I need to kind of find a balance there. Okay. And this, I'm also getting, this is a month to stop and just smell the roses with this beauty card. It's time to just stop and smell the roses. Take some time out. Don't feel like you have to work too much. It is the beginning of summer. Celebrate, enjoy, have fun, get out in nature. Because as you find more harmony here, this is about creating. I talked about creating and unfolding the new path, creating and unfolding the new earth energies, which is shifting into creating more ease in our life, more abundance, bringing in relationships that are more a soul tribe energy. And we have Jupiter that's joining. So Capricorns, that means that this is going to be a lucky month for you. And lately, Jupiter hasn't really been joining the readings. So when he does, I say it's definitely a lucky time for whatever zodiac sign I'm doing. All right, let's get into the reading. I'm going to do a different spread today. And I'm going to pull all the cards. I'll say what the card is, but then I'll wait to the end. So first we have, this is the New Beginnings card, and this is the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. It's considered an oracle deck, but each card does kind of tie back to the tarot deck, but they kind of do it in a, different way. So we have New Beginnings, which is the Zero card. This is the Fool. Patience, that's the Temperance card. Wow, all major arcana right off the bat, Capricorn. So this is going to be a big month for you. This is big energies. Major arcana represent like major changes. We have the Balance card. Spiritual Union. Discontent and boredom. And then we have emotional loss. So I'll start here. This is the first card. This card represents your current state or where you are right now. It feels like you've already started this Fool's path, which means a new beginning. You've started something new, something brand new here. You're trying something new, but you're starting a new kind of, we can call it, I was going to say karmic path, but it's just like you've kind of closed a chapter on your life and you're really starting a new chapter. This is the challenge card. So this is potential challenge just to be aware of in June. Again, we see patience, right? Temperance. So there is some challenge in some area of your life where you're not having patience, or you're losing your patience, or want something to happen, right? Especially on this card, we have, this person is holding a seed in their hand, but the potential of the seed, right? You can see it in kind of energy form and spirit. You see the fullest potential of the seed, but it hasn't fully, the seed hasn't fully reached its potential, which means that you're trying to create something, or you want something to happen, but you're still kind of in the stage where it hasn't fully, right, happened. So there's a little bit of needing to maintain your patience and trust everything is happening in divine order, Capricorns. And that is something that you should write down this month. Continue to say is you are exactly where you need to be. Another thing that just popped in my head, I received this from a very amazing magical person I met in March, and they created this bumper sticker, and it says, "What if nothing's wrong?" ? Right? And I just thought it was so amazing. And I wrote that down, and I always go back and read that, because it's like, what if nothing's really wrong? In whatever moment you're standing in, and really taking that to heart, like, what if nothing's really wrong? What if everything that is happening right here, right now, is perfectly happening for me, to support me, and to help me? And where I'm at in my path is exactly where I need to be, and everything will happen in divine order. And it's trusting the natural unfoldment of your life. So I think that's beautiful. So what you don't see coming is the balance card here. So to me, okay, Jupiter. So the balance card represents the justice card in the tarot. So this is some sort of karmic unfoldment, I feel. So what you don't see coming is there is some karmic kind of retribution happening for you. It's like a full circle moment. So this justice is coming, and balance is being restored in your life. And this is really going to come about in June. You'll have to see that will happen differently for everyone, but there's definitely some sort of balancing happening. And something I'm getting as well is this needs to happen. There needs to be a little bit more balance and harmony within yourself internally, as well as externally, because we have some emotional stuff here on the bottom. So these, all three, so we have the major arcana on the top, and then down here on the bottom, we have all cups energy, which is about emotions. So I do feel like you're working through some sort of emotional integration, emotional balance. And that's it's like you're preparing for something. And I think that's why it hasn't happened yet. Let's go here. So this, this is the card of action. What action do you need to take? So the spiritual union card to me is about going back to balance and harmony emotionally. There is something within a relationship here that it's calling out. So I feel like there's some sort of something within a relationship that you need to work on. Maybe working on, like, are you feeling like there's some sort of disharmony there? Maybe you need to spend more time together and strengthen this union a little bit more. The near future here is the emotional loss. So this could be something that you're going through as you watch this. This could be something that could be coming in June. There could be some sort of change in your life, some emotional loss, something that brings some sadness. But I do feel like there is a positive spin to this, right? And there's always a positive spin to everything. But I do feel like something is pushing you out of your comfort zone. And maybe you're somebody who really likes your comfort, right? You like your creature comforts. You like things that you know, that feel, that you know front to back, right? Like relationships, work, job. But right, when we do that, we don't grow as much, or we don't expand. So there's something trying to push you out of this. And I feel like you already have some discontentment with some area of your life. There's some also, this could be in general a disappointment that happens because of this emotional loss. So you're going through something here. There's something emotional that you're working through in June. But I feel like this had to happen to bring some balance into your life. So hopefully as you're listening to this, this will help you gain some perspective of a situation that you're going through. I just want to do a couple clarifiers here. So let's get one for this. What's this action about this spiritual union card? Wisdom. Okay, so this is, I'm pretty sure that's the Hierophant card. Let me just double check. Yes, this is the Hierophant card. So there's something about, this could be about learning something new, education, knowledge. There could be some sort of spiritual integration that you're going through. But I also feel like there's something here with a relationship about deepening your understanding of the relationship of each other. The Hierophant can also represent a deeper commitment. So if that's an issue, this is what you need to actually take action on and figure this out before you try and make something else happen, I'm getting. But there's something also, the Hierophant is a very traditional energy. It kind of represents the Pope, like when we think of religion and how everyone follows what the Pope says. But we are in a new energetic state, right? Current day, this, if you continue to follow this old traditional, like, oh, we have to follow everything that was laid out for us. Like, this is like following the old templates of life. Like, I have to get married, I have to get a good job, I have to make this much money, I have to get the big house, the dog, I have to get the kids. And there's something here that, like, you're too stuck in some sort of mindset. And it's more about looking deeper and finding more spiritual fulfillment instead of trying to gain fulfillment by checking off the boxes and needing to have everything just so. Because ultimately, I do feel like if you continue to go down that path, you are going to see more emotional unfulfillment and emotional discontentment. And it's almost like you get something, but then it's like right away you're like, I need something else. I need this to be better. I need to get this now. Like, there's this constant turn thing, and it's like, if we can just accept going back to, you are exactly where you need to be, and can you stop and smell the roses and just enjoy where you're at now and focus on finding the joy and fulfillment in what you have now and what's before you. Capricorns. Let's get one for this emotional loss. Shadow. This is the Moon card. So there's something hidden here. Solar plexus. There could be some hidden emotional stuff, hidden traumas that you really push down deep. I think this is also a root of why you're constantly searching and wanting this. And, oh, that's not enough, so I need this. It's like you're constantly trying to make everything perfect. You want to have this. There's a lot of focus in the external world. And you are an earth sign, Capricorn, but I think this is just saying there's too much of like this needing this and that and everything to be just so, and now I need this, and when it doesn't happen. And I feel like this is more a behavior pattern, or it's more of a coping mechanism. You're trying to cope with some deep unconscious stuff here, but I feel like in June there's a little bit of like you needing to see the mirror of looking within a little deeper and seeing what's going on below the surface unconsciously, because that's going to help you shift. And I think this needs to be addressed, like I said, before something happens. And I know you're having some impatience with something, but I feel like generally if you look at yourself, that may be a pattern of yours where it's like you want something right now, and if it doesn't happen, there's impatience. How do we make it happen? And there's a lot of disappointment. But this is about doing some really, gaining some new perspective here. So what's the Justice card about? Movement, choices, decisions. Okay. So this is, I think there's a pivot here. I think once you gain some more personal perspective and change your viewpoint on things and start to like shift out of these coping mechanisms and patterns, I think you're going to start to see things in a different way and make different choices and different decisions. And it has something to do with your physical life. And it's going to bring more balance into your life. I think you were going down a path that was leading you astray. And that's where this Fool card comes in, the new beginnings. I think you're going to decide to start a whole different path. I feel like you're already kind of on there. But dealing with this stuff below is going to help. All right, Capricorns. Really interesting one. I hope this gave you some different things to think about. That's what these readings are for. But thank you for joining in. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. It really helps support me. It's a way for you to be of service for others, and it's one of the fastest, easiest, cheapest way to do it. And as usual, when you are of service, because that's what we're all here to do, you'll find that comes back to you threefold. So I will see you in the next reading, Capricorns.